is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
This is only a test.
DJs in MC. This DJ, he gets down.
Listen to this jockey's introduction to
Two DJs in a mic with your host, DJ Mike.
Is that a turntable?
And DJ JP.
Well, get on it. It's your turn.
Give me the mic.
There you go.
All right. We're back. Day 2. Another edition of Day 2. Midwest DJs Live. And we're here with the great one, the host of the show for 2024. How you doing, John?
Man, I didn't deserve that welcome. I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
You're doing great. You did
man.
deserve it. That's why I said
you
it.
did, man.
Thank
I
you
don't
so
blow
much.
smoke.
I was so glad when I saw the advertisement. I say, really, Johnathan Woo Pig is the host for Midwest DJs?
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, wow, okay, we moving on up in the conference world.
Right.
Yes,
this is my first time hosting a conference of this nature. I've done some smaller stuff, but you get 250 of your peers in a room. It's like, wow.
Yeah,
It's a big responsibility, but it's been great.
You've been good. I was there for when you opened up the show. We were there in the first session, and I said, here we go, y'all. This is one, because it's got to be the first one, right?
First one.
Not you. I'm talking about for...
yes.
We don't want to say it live, really on TV, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
And the representation here has been outstanding. And this is probably the most.
Yeah, we were talking about that off air. It's really inspiring to see you come to Milwaukee and you see more representation than when you go to Vegas, or when you go to Atlantic City, or when you go to Florida. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah. And I mean, you and
we're trying to make it a
Fat Mac was hosting last night. Because we were like, hey, did he choke Howard out and take Howard out to get that job? But I mean, it's just good to see us doing stuff and being involved. Hey, if you show up, we can get on stage.
Bingo.
If you show up, you can present. If we stay at home and complain, we can't do anything.
That's what happens. You keep staying at home, and that's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens. But we're going to get into some questions, Mike. So let's go. What you got?
Well, for me, I want to know, how did you get your name?
Here's the thing. I'm from Arkansas. Our mascot is the Razorbacks. I at one time did some stuff for the college. At that time, I went by DJ Porkchop, and it just didn't,
Ho.
It didn't roll right.
Stop the press.
Right.
How did that come
All
about?
right, so back in the day, originally when DJ MCs got their name, they got it from their peers.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
still today they do.
Right. My college roommate, his dad was a DJ. He was a DJ, and then when we're going around in the dorms, I didn't know nothing. I'm a musician, so I hop on the decks. He's like, all right, man, I think you might have something here. Long story long, I had a plate of pork chops I had sitting on the CDJs. I didn't know that was not supposed to be a thing. Sacrificial. And from that moment on, I went by DJ Pork. That didn't roll off the tongue. And then once I started doing work for the Razorbacks, Woo Pig, it just made sense. And there's only one. There's only one. There's a lot of DJs scratches and cuts and stuff like that. But if you ask about Woo Pig, you know exactly who you're talking about.
Exactly. There's no other Woo Pig.
So was that a spinoff, Woo Pig, a spinoff of the pork chop?
No, it's all in the big family.
That's Arkansas.
You know what?
Okay, well, I don't. Yeah,
our mascot's the Razorbacks.
Yeah,
and Woo Pig is something
they say
do.
something Woo Pig.
Woo Pig.
Yeah, that's a thing they do. A call they do in Arkansas football.
That's us. Yep.
Yeah,
wow. Wow. So how has the new name worked for you?
It's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because you see a lot of the newer DJs, or how about more requested DJs? They're just going by their name. Let's one of my friends, DJ Joe Bunn, DJ Jason Jana, David Osborne, and I'm like, well, I could use my name, but once you have a moniker, it's impossible for anybody else to call you something else. I've tried to tell people, hey, you can just call me John, you can call me Johnathan. No, Woo Pig it is. So all right. I can't deny it. Woo Pig it is.
So when I first heard of him, like one of the DJs back in Dallas, Mario, he's like, "Hey man, you gotta listen to this guy's podcast, Woo Pig. Who the hell is Woo Pig?"
Right.
So I'm thinking you Asian. I'm like, no, I'm just serious. I did not associate it with Arkansas. Woo Pig. Okay, be honest. What do you think the first?
Hey, I don't know.
You always gonna try to get in your corner and try to let me fall on this sword by myself.
He starts a fire, walks away.
Who jumped on it? I didn't jump on it.
Really, when he said it, I was like, "Is he Asian?" And I was like, "No."
And then if you don't, if you're not watching the podcast, if you're just listening, and none of it matches, man. You look at, you hear my voice, and you're like, "Oh, well, this is."
No, it matches.
And then you see the face, and you're like, that's not what I expected, but it fits. So let's roll with it. Let's roll with it.
That's exactly what happened because I did not expect that. I'm like, "Woo Pig, what the hell?"
Right. But there's only one, so it's like all of my company's name is Crown Entertainment. I tried to buy that URL way back, and they want like $20,000 for it.
Prime Entertainment.
Crown.
Oh wow, yeah.
But there's only I got DJ Woo Pig for like DJWooPig.com. It only cost me $10. That's it.
$10.
Oh my! See, there you go.
I'm messing with you.
Strikes a match, walks away.
That's him. That's it. Boom. No, he don't do matches. He throw the damn gas can on there, and he'll want to turn around and act like he. What I do? No, but let's get serious here, man. I see you doing some great work, man. So tell us how you started. I mean, besides messing up and putting those pork chops on that CDJ, man, that could have been deadly. Your career could have been over right there.
It could have been
with
over
the right DJ.
Then. Right. So I started in college. I went to school for drums. I'm a drummer. I've been playing. It's hard to say. I'm only 34. I've been playing drums for 30 years now. Grew up
Since
in
you
church.
were 4? Oh my
Grew up
God.
in church playing, and
Yeah. Oh yes.
If you got
I know.
hands and rhythm, you gonna do something.
Yeah, you get on over there and play
Mama sung in the choir, and I was over there playing bongos, then moved up to the drums. And then when I went to college, like I said, my college roommate was a DJ. He was also a football player. So when he was at practice, I'd hop on the decks, and then when he got back from practice, we'd go back and forth, and eventually he gave it up. I bought that system from him and started doing bar nightclub stuff. Those who know me know the bar and nightclub scene. That's not where I'm at. I enjoy the craft and the music, but smoky bars and nightclubs, that's just not my scene. So I moved into weddings, moving into the private event space. Started there, and then from there, I wanted to get back to my musician roots. I'm a big lover of live sound and live bands, so I was working for a company as a stagehand, and man, I had a problem with getting paid on time. And if there's anything that us sitting at this table don't play about, it's our money. So
that will get you killed worse than a pork chop on a CDJ.
Right. At that point, I said, why not me? If he can do it, I know I can do it, and still keep some integrity and try to grow this thing. So
was it on purpose, or was he just mismanagement?
He didn't know how to run a business. And now looking back on it, I got nothing but love and respect for the guy. It's hard running a business. It's not easy. Those who do it well make it look easy.
Because a lot of times if you pull the curtain back, it's ugly.
Right. It's a mess. It can
be ugly, but some of us make it look easier than others.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was intentional, but that's just the way it worked out.
Yeah.
So,
but he motivates you, that's a good thing. So now you're into production. You do big gigs.
Yeah.
So how much? I've watched videos with you in the trucks. You got own 18 wheelers and all that too, right?
So we've got
this brother's over the top.
We got a 53 foot, two 26 foots, and we just bought a 15 foot box truck last week. So it's
So
it's
when I watched it, he was driving an 18 wheeler, bagging it up to the dock, and I was like, wow, this is
something else.
Major right here.
And it's happened so fast. Like I look. And I've been doing it 15. Been a DJ for 15 years now. It's crazy how quickly things have changed.
Oh yeah.
Just in that time.
Just in that time. I mean, we're even talking about, we started on CDJ 800s. That was the new when I started.
Yeah. Now we had 3,000, right?
3,000. Yeah. Nexus, and the software's different. The equipment's different. Your clients expect something different.
Yeah.
It's changed so fast in a short amount of time.
So back to your wedding stuff. What all are you doing in the wedding? You just got DJs doing wedding weddings and you're doing special effects?
Yeah. So on the wedding side, I've got 6 DJs, and we do basically the same thing everybody else does. You know, we've got a tailored experience where you can start off with a traditional package and add on anything from there. You know, all the special effects and uplights and moving heads, and then if you really want to, the one thing that's cool about having a production side alongside the DJ aspect of it is truly when I go into a planning meeting or a vision meeting with the couple, it's like, look, whatever you're seeing in Vegas or Dallas, New York City, Miami, we can do all of that stuff. Video walls, cold sparks. We just got the new instead of the cold sparks shooting up, we got 12 of the fountains that shoot down.
Do you have the twisters?
Oh too? Yeah, man, laser effects and cold pyro. It's cool to be able to really sit down with a client and say, what do you want? Wow. And then let's dive a little deeper into that imagination and let's come up with something cool.
So do a lot of people get all that stuff, or
1 out of 100?
1 out of 100.
And I would say that's where the passion for the DJ aspect of it, especially in the private event space, that's probably where my passion has subsided, because it's those ones that you get, they're fun, but they're so few and far between. Yeah. It's hard to stay motivated trying to sell that in the wedding space when you can sell it in the production world, and it's another day at the office.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's an easier sell.
It's easier to sell
because it's expected.
Bingo.
Those are the expectations.
Right.
So it's no like, well, why does this cost so much?
Right.
It's already expected.
I'm here to make y'all look good. And it's the same thing with couples. Essentially, I'm there to make the celebration great, make you guys look and feel loved. But on the corporate scale, when you're talking about a brand that reaches, different nations and around the globe, they want something big. They really want to see what you can do. They want to stretch their creativity, make something happen.
So what's the furthest your Crown Entertainment has gone to do a production?
Last October, November, we went to Salt Lake City, did awesome. A Limitless Arena. It's a big influencer style conference. And then just last week I had 3 guys in Port Huron, Michigan. They could literally see Canada from the hotel. So I tell my people we will go wherever it makes sense. And I got a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, so I will go literally wherever it makes sense. I got diapers to pay for and they ain't cheap. So hey, if you paying, I'm coming. That's what the cats say. I know they gonna be there. They know I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna bring my people, and y'all bring y'all people. We'll make it happen.
The great thing is this: you got a trailer if you need one.
Yeah. Well, I just saw a door open, so I'm just, my mind. I just a whole new avenue for what I want to do.
Plug him.
No. If you got something like this, and he said he's always in Dallas.
Always in Dallas.
So he can put some more stuff on the truck.
That's the thing.
For my thing.
I tell my friends especially, you don't. I tell people not to do what I did. Don't go out, and those who know my story, I put it on YouTube. I'm not afraid to share. I started my business almost $80,000 in debt on credit cards, 29% interest, chasing a dream. I didn't know any better. I'm just out here trying to buy the latest and greatest crap that everybody else has. And that's how I started my production company. My first rig, $50,000, swiped it, credit card, and making minimum monthly payment. Like it, don't do what I did. But I tell my friends, you don't have to own all that stuff. It's cheap to put it in a box truck and truck it 3 or 4 hours up the road. I love collaborating.
And with that, you have to be okay with out making all the money.
Yeah, I don't
because
mind.
It's not about that.
Right. I want to whenever I team up with somebody, whenever we're collaborating, I say, look, the first thing you need to do is get your clients' numbers. We need to figure out what you want your take to be, and then from there, we'll figure out the hard costs of what it takes to get there. And if we can make all of it work, I'll drive to California. Hey, it don't matter.
I love it because I just had an aha moment.
I know my wheels have not stopped spinning.
Come on.
No, I mean it's just we know now. I feel like
we have
can
clients.
reach out to because we do some production stuff, and I'll turn it down or I'll pass it to somebody else, or I just pretty much won't deal with it at all. Sometimes
seems like more trouble than it's worth in your situation.
Not really, but you just don't really know how to do it or price it out sometimes and tie it all together. But now I feel like I just met the wheel to tie my production dreams together. Because Mike had one that he had just did for a big group, and Links, aka we do a lot of sorority and.
I do a lot of strolls.
Because he did two TVs and.
We did the 2 screens, big project, 8. I think 8x6.
Yep.
Reverse.
Yep.
We did the speakers around the room. We did the lights. We did the video. Yeah. And that was like the hardest I've ever worked.
Here's the thing. Another thing that I want to say about DJs getting into production, because we all love the toys, and it seems like once you get into the production world, you got all these toys at your fingertips.
Different world.
And it's the lights and speakers. We all want the hottest, but. Let's make sure you want to do it first before you go out and spend your money, because you're going to work harder doing that type of show than you ever will doing a wedding. I'm going to tell you that right now.
We set up time was like 11 a.m. Mm-hmm. I didn't get home till almost 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's
and it was like, man, I did the DJing, but I had everybody else there, and I was okay with just packing up my board and walking out, but I couldn't.
You couldn't. You still got work to do. And a lot of our production shows, we're loading in 2-3 days in advance, just to have the room and the walkthrough and all the things.
Yeah, the wheels have. I mean, my training wheels just flew off the side of the bike.
I lost the gig.
Yeah.
Because you weren't able to handle something like that?
No,
no. Sometimes you just walk away because I see this being not what I want to do, or being able to pull it off how I want to do it within the circle of how I want to do it, or who I want to connect with to do it.
Yes, and it was hard, because Jeff made a good point. Knowing what the true numbers are, knowing what your price can be on top of that. Finding the people to work the event, and then decide, man, do I want to put in that much time again?
And I feel a lot of people in our community especially haven't been exposed to the knowledge. It's a shame, but we are worth far more than what we put down on paper.
I need a high five.
That's an exable right there.
Yes, but it's I've seen it more and more. When I first started, I had some friends working for some of these companies we were doing things for, and I'd submit a bid, and luckily I had good friends and mentors like, hey man, why don't you resubmit this bid? And I'm worried, is something wrong? What's going on?
You think he overshot?
I think I overshot or didn't have something. And he's like, hey man, we paid the company last year almost double, and it's and it's.
But you're right. You're lucky you had somebody said it, because that Instagram post with that guy, he comes in, hey, we'll do it for $250,
right?
And they like, we good. Hey, come on, man, we got you. Yeah. And then he said we were going to pay $3,000, but $200. Come on, brother.
We'll have you to do this. We're
trying to change. That was per hour. That was.
But see, the thing is, a lot of people. The gatekeepers don't want you to know. Yeah. And that really and truly, I'll be totally honest with what was going on in my head. I now have a source to reach out and say, what should this, how can we price this?
And it's not even a competition thing. It's like, look, if I don't know how to do this, if anything else, let me team up with somebody that knows what they're doing. Yeah. I'm the boots on the ground in my location. I'm not in Dallas, but you're the boots on the ground in Dallas. If you're meeting with the clients, you're the name in the face. It doesn't. I don't care if it's your show. Let me come in and make all of us.
I don't care either. I just want to make a percentage.
Bingo.
I'm a percentage kind of guy. Let's percentagize this. We all can make some money.
I can make this official. We're in production now.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it. Only thing it takes a phone call.
Yeah. So what else, man? What else can you tell us about? What else you got going on? You still doing your YouTube channel?
Still doing my YouTube channel. It's slow. I'll be honest. I had Well, I mean, I've got so much content loaded. That's Rick Webb talking shit.
I know.
I've got so much content, but I'll be honest with you. When I had my son, my entire world changed. Things that weren't important.
Yeah.
Growing up as a product of a single parent home.
Yeah.
I know what being alone feels like, and I made a promise not only to myself but to my family. It's not gonna happen. So whenever my son came along, things just kind of go to the back burner. Now I've still got some content, and I'm still here trying to inspire others and give information. The best way to find me now on a day-to-day basis is on Instagram. You'll see all the stuff.
Let me ask you a question. Did you bring somebody here with you to document, or you gonna make sure they get you?
I'm gonna make sure. I got Nate Nelson. He's walking around getting some kind of content.
He can. We saw him come through.
Content is king these days.
Yeah. And you got to document this and share it with the rest of the world.
You have to.
And show them it's possible.
And I want you to. I'm gonna put you in DJ Crosstalk when I get back. But I want you to, because now they can't say it's not happening because you just did it.
We're here.
Mac just did it. Nick Hughes, he was the host for a event.
And I'm going to say this too because I think this is important. Not only did the people that you announced did it, we did it.
Yeah.
Do you not understand?
Yeah, I understand.
I hope so.
Yeah, I know.
Because
we doing it.
Right. It could be somebody else. It could be somebody else.
Yeah, it could. Yeah.
It's not like they ain't there.
It's not like they did. You
gotta be willing to sacrifice and put in the work in order to get something.
And the thing that really kind of probably means the most to me is this is a private run organization. They can get who they want, but they chose to call me, and it's like you got to understand that's a big
when I saw that, because I had never been, I was like, you know what? Even if we don't go, I'm going because I want to support.
Man,
yeah. So I'm telling you. Well, like you say, you go to these other ones, you see 10, 5,
in a sea of
out of 1,400.
Right.
I mean, first time with the Moby, you might have saw 10, and it's 1,400 DJs.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I know I'm not the only one.
But then you get on Facebook and everybody's complaining that we're not Where you at? Where you at?
Don't worry.
Well, this is not happening.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Right.
Yeah.
We know it's not happening because you're not there.
The thing, and we all know what we're talking about. The thing that was so disheartening to me last year is they did at Atlantic City. They did that 50 years of hip hop, and the only representation was on the stage.
Well, you said a mouthful right there. I was there.
Right.
And I saw it too. Yeah. Okay. You're right.
It's just.
Wow.
Yeah. We getting there. We just, sometimes we drive.
You're right. It was Melly Mel and Furious 5 and Sugar Hill Gang. That was it. And even in the battles and things, you really don't see a full representation or the takeovers and things. And we have to put ourselves in position and start talking to people and stop standing at home complaining about what's not going on. Yeah. But
so we know that you have 2 minutes. So could you tell the audience where to find you?
Yeah, it's just like we were saying earlier. There ain't but one. DJ Woodpig. Instagram. Well, my Facebook got hacked, so hopefully I'll be getting that back. But Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you got any questions, I tell everybody I'm an open book. DJWoodpig@gmail.com. Hey, if you got questions, I got answers.
All right, you heard it first. The one,
the only.
DJ
Woodpig. Hey, thank y'all so much and this is incredible for y'all to pull up to a show like this, grabbing people from the crowd and hearing their stories and how they came up, and just to see other people talk about their passion and their craft. It's inspiring. It's inspiring. They don't have to be on stage.
No, you don't, man. Because some of the best, we did a guy to Chicago last. That young brother jocked so many gems and so many ideas and different things. It's incredible. Yeah. But we're not gonna hold you up. We know the host of Midwest DJ Lives. This brother right here has to get back on stage.
Y'all take care.
All right, thank you.
That's why we don't got the speaker church. I leave for 5 minutes.
But who out of